My parents refused to pay for my college. Said I was smart enough to handle it myself. At first, I took it as a compliment. As a challenge. Something I could turn into a story of pride. But now, 10 years later, they want to pay for my sister's tuition at MIT. So I said, no. Not because I don't love my sister. I do. But because that one word, no, was never something I was allowed to say in our house. Not without consequence. Not without being called ungrateful, difficult, or selfish. Growing up, I learned quickly that I was the resilient one. The child who didn't need much. The one who could survive on second-hand things and praise wrapped in backhanded compliments. You're our little genius, they'd say. You'll figure it out. And I did. When they told me they couldn't afford to pay for my college, I believed them. I didn't question why there was always money for my brother's car repairs or their anniversary trips. I just applied for scholarships, took out loans, and worked 2 jobs while balancing a full course load. I pulled double shifts during holidays. I skipped meals. I learned how to smile through exhaustion. No one offered to help. I graduated at the top of my class. No celebration. No banner. Just a text from Mom. Proud of you. Told you didn't need help. I smiled. Then got back to work. Years passed. I paid off most of my debt. Landed a decent job in software. Moved to another city. Called home when I could. Always careful to keep things light. I knew better than to dig into the past. Then my sister, Lily, got into MIT. She called me crying, thrilled, overwhelmed. I was genuinely happy for her. She'd worked hard too. Different kind of smart, more structured, less messy. More like them. What I didn't expect was the phone call from Dad the next day. We've decided to help Lily with her tuition, he said casually, like it was always part of the plan. It's a great opportunity. We just want her to focus on school, you know? I didn't answer. We thought maybe you could help too, he added. She looks up to you. She could use a little guidance. I let the silence hang heavy before replying. I thought you didn't believe in helping with college, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. That was different, he said quickly. You were always independent. You didn't need us the same way. There it was again. That word. Need. They never helped because they didn't think I needed help. But that wasn't love. It was neglect, wrapped in admiration. A kind of emotional abandonment you don't recognize until much later. When you're standing alone at your graduation or writing checks to cover your own hospital bills. Lily was different. She was the baby. The one they hovered over, protected, defended. I never resented her for it. But I couldn't unsee the double standard now. A week later, Mom sent a group message. Family Zoom on Sunday. Let's talk about how we're supporting Lily through MIT. I didn't reply. Instead, I called Lily. I'm happy for you, I said honestly. You deserve it. Thank you, she whispered. But are you okay? That caught me off guard. I almost lied. Almost said yes. But I didn't. I just wish someone had cared enough to ask me that back then. I said quietly. She was silent. Then said, I didn't know. I was little. I know, I replied. It's not your fault. But that didn't make it easier. When the Zoom meeting started, I joined camera off. I listened as my parents gushed over tuition packages, dorm arrangements, meal plans. All the things I had figured out alone. Sitting in the back of a campus library eating instant noodles. Finally, Mom asked, what do you think? Will you help? I turned on the camera. I already did, I said. I showed her what it looks like to survive when no one catches you. They blinked. Confused. Uncomfortable. I'm not paying, I added. And I won't pretend it doesn't hurt that you're only doing this now. Dad shifted in his chair. You're overreacting. You turned out fine. Fine isn't the same as okay, I said. And I'm done proving I can survive without you. Then I left the call. Just like that. Weeks went by. They called. Texted. Accused. Then apologized. Then accused again. I didn't respond. Not out of anger. But because I was tired of showing up where love was conditional. Where support was earned, not given. Lily still texts sometimes. We talk. It's not her burden to carry. I want her to have every opportunity one didn't. But not at the cost of pretending I wasn't betrayed. People think betrayal is loud. Yelling, slamming doors, cruel words. But sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's watching your family invest in someone else's future, while calling your struggles a compliment. Sometimes it's realizing they only value your strength when it doesn't cost them anything. I still have the email that confirmed my financial aid package all those years ago. I keep it, not as a reminder of what I lacked, but of what I built anyway. And now, when someone tells me I'm strong, I smile, but I ask a little more carefully. Do you say that so you don't have to care?